The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us.
I love baseball. I hate West Coast time baseball. For these 2 weeks, it seems like the Yankees have been on fucking West Coast time. I hate it. All right, there we go. Now we're moving into baseball.
Again, a 9 o'clock start. I get it, but at the same time, it's you kind of like the Cubs have more day games than the West Coast teams do.
It's the Yankees and the Dodgers. Yes. You should not have 2/3 of those of a 3-game set start after 8 o'clock Central time.
Yeah.
Sunday night's game started at 6. This was the only game the Yankees won because,
Yeah, because you're not. Yeah. I mean, to them, you're 4 hours.
Yeah, 6 o'clock start time in LA is
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Right.
Yeah, what they're used to.
So, whatever. The Dodgers are a good baseball team.
Yeah, I mean, they paid for it.
Prior to that, the Yankees are great. Max Fried is way better than I thought he was. Did he have a cup of coffee in St. Louis?
I don't. Maybe in the minors.
He's
if
fucking
he was.
good.
Yeah.
Like, he's had not Paul Skeens or Tariq Skubal.
I mean, that would be the most cardinal thing is that, we had him up to AAA and then dealt him. Like, he was
no, that's Yankees MO.
Well, I know, but I mean...
Lately.
Yeah. He was probably paired with Harrison Bader, in that trade. Because, that's the way our, GM president likes to operate. And then these players go off and, kill it at other teams.
Well,
while we're sitting there, I'm not talking about
pitchers.
This. I'm not talking about this particular season.
Well, this particular season is bonkers, and we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I'm talking for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy. I will say this: are we a third or a quarter to the season yet? How many games?
Third, yeah.
Right. I should have known this before we came on, but guess what? I don't give a fuck.
We should be about 40 games, right? 30-ish.
Oh no, we're way over that. We're at 50 games.
Okay, yeah.
The Yankees are 58 games in. 36, 22, 58 games in. So a third of the way in. I've got a pretty solid read on the Yankees in the AL East and the American League. The Yankees are fucking good. If we had another starter, we would maybe be up there that I would consider winning the World Series. I don't think we're there yet.
I tell you what's really helped you all, actually, were the rest of the division.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is going on in Baltimore?
Yeah. The bigger question is, why the fuck is everybody in the American League Central sans the White Sox over 500?
Because,
no, think about that.
Well, no, I was going to say, it's that I was on Bernie Miklaus's podcast.
That is crazy.
He mentioned that and it's this thing when people talk about, or when they talk about the Dodgers and money buys everything. And Bernie mentioned it before. Kirkjian's mentioned it. All the baseball writers have. It's that you look at the playoffs the last several years, and particularly in the AL, most of the playoff teams are coming out of the AL Central.
Yeah.
The Tiger, last playoffs you had the
people
Twins.
Thought it would be the American League East with the Red Sox or Tampa and
Yankees.
All of them.
Yeah.
Toronto. Oh, yeah, I was leaving the Yankees out of it because, they. But, yes, it's great. Yes, Detroit, Minnesota, and Cleveland.
Well, what they've done
Were they
is...
the three?
Well, they do they've done what we've talked about in all sport. I mean, using video game
Yes.
terminology, is that these teams are stacked with high 80s, low 90s ranked.
As well as drafting well.
Right. Good farm
And-
systems.
And
Good managers.
yes, good managers and knowing when to move a couple of pieces in your farm to get a missing piece for your
Yeah.
major league team. As opposed to the Yankees, what they're going to do next year is get rid of everyone except Aaron Judge, and that's it, for Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we'll do. We'll have Aaron Judge and Paul Skeens in 2027.
Well, you also get Livy Dunn Liv Dunn for the same price. So.
Yeah, she walked a bathing suit model runway this past weekend. Don't ask me how I follow her. She's from the States. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
But that's what the Yankees will do.
Yeah.
They will blow everything for a generational pitcher.
Which is sad because it's like you just should be able to buy them.
Yeah, which is what the Pirates do right now. We'll be no better than them. Or the Dodgers will buy him and Tyreek Skubal.
Yeah.
Skubal? I think that's how you say his name. Pay them, and then they will have all of that. That will be their starting five. The 5 best pitchers on the planet.
Which, of course, is weird because Cashman studied under the GM that redeveloped the Yankee farm system.
Correct.
But then
which is why we ended up with the core 4.
Right. But then when Cashman came in, he went back into doing the straight George Steinbrenner, like, let's just buy everything.
Well, Cashman gets a shit ton of credit for the core 4 dynasty, right?
Yeah.
Dynasty. He gets a lot of credit for that. What people don't understand is all he did was come in after the fact and say, no, we're not getting rid of these people.
Yeah.
That's all he did.
Right. Yeah, he
It's
didn't
not like-
trade off those
He didn't
pieces.
he didn't draft any of those guys. No, he was the only one with the balls to tell George, be quiet. I think what we've got is good.
Yeah, let's not trade Jeter in his bad year.
Correct. And that's why we went on our run.
Yeah.
Now I don't know so much. Watching as much baseball as I have, the Tigers are by far the superior team in the American League.
Yeah.
They have it all.
Well,
They have a true ace. Their hitting is not predicated on home runs. It is not necessarily.
It's getting people on base and moving.
Correct. It's
moving
not
the base
necessarily
runners.
small ball. It's somewhere in between, which is where the Yankees should be.
Yeah.
And their pitching is out of fucking control, start to finish.
Yeah.
The Dodgers finally being able to watch them because they live on the fucking West Coast. They're good. God damn it, they're fucking good.
Well, yeah,
Jesus
but I mean,
Christ.
you know they're going to be because
They're really good.
I mean they're the Yankee model on steroids.
They're fucking good.
Yeah. I mean,
And I'm not just saying that because they embarrassed us. They're fucking good.
yeah, I mean it's and it's I mean definitely pains you. It's like that's what I will give.
3-game set.
Well, no.
But
That's
World
what I'll give
Series
Dave
and all.
Roberts is that Dave Roberts is like the new Joe Torre in that he
Yeah.
knows how to manage
He does.
personalities.
And he's old school like that.
Yeah.
Like he played during that time.
Yeah.
There's a reason they call it the Dave Roberts steal.
But
Bitch.
I mean, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, if he's able to pull out a couple more rings out of this squad, no, again, it's like you could put him up there with like Casey Stengel of like, I'm not talking about wins. I'm talking about managing, again, high end talent, big egos.
Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Carlo Ancelotti.
Right, yeah. Like not saying like greatest of all time, but
Yeah.
saying like I mean that's a skill set.
I mean, Joe
that-
Torre.
Joe Torre
I
is in
believe
that.
we talked about this 3 weeks ago when we were talking about Boone, especially.
Yeah.
And I've talked about it with Girardi, and you've talked about it. that there aren't enough managers that go, I know this binder says that I should bring this guy in this inning versus this right-handed pitcher because this right-handed pitcher lines up with that.
Right.
And then just goes, fuck it, this guy's on fire. Let him pitch.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out in 2 batters if I need to.
But you go on. I mean, but I'm talking about like dudes like Jim Leland.
Yep.
Who can look at Barry Bonds and go, sit the fuck down.
Correct.
Like Tony La Russa could do that to Mark McGwire.
Watching
like,
him on the
shut
bench
the fuck up.
during
Yeah,
that highlight that I was watching,
Yeah.
the 2011 thing,
No,
and him just being like,
Tony La Russa won the 2011 World Series.
correct.
Because it was all about managing the roster and
Correct.
putting people in the right
It's
places
like,
to execute.
I'm going to say this, Ozzy with the White Sox.
Yeah, absolutely.
When he
yeah.
won.
Yeah.
Like, he knew.
He just couldn't do it again.
No. Because, again, they had to dismantle parts of that roster.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he hit the jackpot.
No,
That.
but it's like that's what that's what I will always say about Tony La Russa, particularly in that 2011 season, was
That's what Joe Torre did.
they looked and again it's like they had, I mean, back then you had as long as you have Albert Pujols, you're pretty good, and you got Yachty behind the plate, and you got Chris Carpenter,
That's what
Adam
Carpenter.
Wainwright,
Yep.
and even Matt Holliday, but.
How long was Freese on those teams? David Freese?
So he was literally homegrown. He was
Well, I
a
knew
Missouri
that,
boy.
but he wasn't
Yeah.
with the Cardinals the whole time.
No. I mean,
Was he a Brave?
No, he was a Dodger for a
Okay,
while,
there
and
it
then he
is.
ended
All
up
right.
on the Pirates before he retired.
Okay.
But no, I mean, but even then, like that series ruined him because
It did.
they.
That motherfucker came out dicks a swinging.
Yeah, well, and then he became like this Jesus Christ figure in
As
St.
he
Louis.
fucking should. Anybody who watched the 2011, and I only bring this up because I just watched highlights of it. Anybody who watches that entire playoffs, especially the World Series, this motherfucker was God at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, and to say that, and like Albert Pujols had the game 5 or game 4 or 5
It had
Hit-
to be 4.
hit 4 home
Didn't
runs.
they lose game 5?
I
believe so.
Yeah, so it was game 4.
Yep.
When he hit 4 home runs,
Yeah,
or at least 3.
I think he's still hitting home runs from game 4.
Right.
Yep.
Like Pujols puts up 3 home runs in one game, but does not get the MVP because David Freese was just magic,
This motherfucker.
and he was a rookie.
correct.
It's just bananas.
Yep.
And I get that. Like I get that pressure that he faced the next couple of seasons of
And never recovered.
you got to save up. Like anytime they were in a tight spot, here comes David Freese. He's going to no.
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But
work like that at all.
but to what you were saying before, since I got a minute, is that's the biggest change I've seen in Ollie Marmol, the Cardinals manager this year, is that he's not pulling pitchers when he normally would.
Is that because they changed his coaches around him? Because didn't they do that? They I'm not going to say rotated. They shuffled
Some of them, yeah.
his bench coaches.
It's the same pitching coach as last year, but
I guess he would be the second in command when it comes to
Yeah.
pitches
but
pitched.
but like you were saying, is like Marmol. I think this year he's playing with house money.
Oh, right, because he knows it, which is the best thing.
Yeah. So now.
Wait. Who said that before the season? About the Cards playing with house money? I believe that's what I believe.
I don't think I was that positive.
No.
Yeah, I think you
I
said it.
believe no. Your words were best case scenario
Oh yeah.
is the organization is playing with house money, knowing this is a losing season,
Yeah.
and I completely agree with you.
And the following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.